Hi. This is kind of awkward now because I was going to do that exact Mumford & Sons song. And then I was like, whatever, I'll just do the Paramore one. And yeah, no, there's no following that, so thank you. I'm going to share a piece that I wrote because these next 6 months are going to be stupid. They're going to be fucking terrible. And there's going to be a lot of people investing a lot of money in convincing us that we're either doing too much or not enough. And the truth of it is, there's only like 12 people in the world that want this to happen the way it's happening. And nobody else, right or left, none of us want this. And so, with that in mind, this is called the Wishbone. We are on the precipice of some new shit. I guess you could call it evolution. And maybe we should take a moment and pray that we are entering an age of enlightenment, of higher intelligence, like God is, and leaving behind all this confusion about what actually matters, or let's be honest, that isn't what's going to happen, and maybe nothing changes. And this is purgatory, this existence, because the desire to achieve anything less than spiritual, emotional, behavioral perfection is a weight hanging against our chest, like an anvil necklace. Or maybe we are at the edge of apocalypse. Now, I'd like to think that this road goes further, but it feels bumpy and not so secure, like an old wooden bridge. And maybe on the other side is more of what's been, hatred and a distaste for blessed things, where moments make way for objects, where hearts are replaced by wallets. Most days I feel less like a person and more like an ATM, but one that's broken. Cash isn't what I dispense, only excuses. I'm hopeless, and it doesn't seem to matter how many technicians I encounter. I can't be fixed. I am a poor, pitiful, useless device designed for facilitating commerce, nothing more, nothing less. That's all I've been trying to say. And when 99% of us aren't enjoying this game that we're stuck playing, I think unanimously we'd all like to see the world just end instead. But there's always another solution to our annihilation, a remedy for these feelings of being disillusioned. We could choose, rather than killing all 100% of us, we could just wipe out the top 1% instead. We could, quite literally, like right now, at least 200 million of us in the U.S. just walk over to Gates, Bezos, Zuckerberg, Musk, Buffett, each of the Waltons, and all the rest, and we could take it from them. We could all get rich in a second, and we could write a constitutional amendment which gives us power over the means of production, because there aren't any rules except for the ones we have written and chosen to follow. I know this sounds dangerously like a call for a revolution, and it kind of is. You see, I think we need to stop being so scared of our government, because in martyrdom, we prove we were right all along. And fuck it. I'd rather die trying to make change for the better than live in a world that's corrupt enough to allow some of these fucking Muppets running things to get out ahead. That's right. I'm talking about guys like Ted fucking Cruz. Are we for real? Is this the best that we can do? That guy is a 6-foot-tall bag of discarded Big Mac packages. The box corners are hidden by his suit jacket, and his arms are stamped with the corporate logo of Philip Morris, because I'm pretty sure they've been twisted like cigarettes. And his teeth, if you look closely, they display traces of lead. And why do so many people trust the utter fucking nonsense Andrew Tate has said? That guy, he's taken so many kicks to the ahead, and he wanted it. Like, he went out and met somebody, and they got dressed. I imagine they wore little biker short kind of things, and they stepped into a ring, I guess. Could have been a backyard or warehouse. I don't know. The point is, that's what he set out to do that day. And now millions of Americans rely on him to delineate between reality and what's fake. It's kind of like what I said earlier. Apparently, we all want to end up dead. It's like this smartphone. It's a fork, and with it, anybody can feed themselves and be nourished, but some of these fucking idiots like Alex Jones and Jordan Peterson, well, they're an outlet, and the dumbest of us are running toward them with these handheld devices outstretched, and nobody's around to stop them. They're gonna start an electrical fire that burns down this house we're all living in. These full-grown children with absolutely no comprehension of their emotions. Joe Rogan, that's a guy who will look you right in your eye and tell you you're wrong for listening to the advice of thousands of professionals who are medically trained, and that motherfucker has holes in his brain from DMT and MMA. And so nearly half the country is afraid of nothing, something made up, and the rest of us, well, we're scared of them because more than nukes, AK-47s, or any other weapon, we are more likely to be destroyed by stupid. So maybe the ultimate revolution will be for the majority of us to control public education, but what do I know? I've only got a GED and an associate degree from the community college, but that's exactly why logic is so important to me, because even without the logo of a renowned alma mater stitched to my sleeve, I still know I'll get wet when it rains if I don't have something trustworthy to cover me. And I'd love it if that umbrella were built of, by, and for me. But once getting soaked becomes an entire industry, stopping the business of getting drenched will be bad for our economy, so we'll do anything we can to keep that rain falling, even if it means watching people flail, powerless to stop themselves from drowning. In conclusion, they would love for us to believe that our existence is the consequence for how that cosmic wishbone was broken, but it isn't. We don't have to play their game. We don't have to grab either end. We can walk away and we can determine what's best for our children's 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 children. We don't have to listen when they claim this is how it's always been. Fuck shaking the tree they planted. Sorry, its fruit is rotten anyway, so let's cut it down, dig up the roots, and bury seeds of love, kindness, and equity, and then we can start all over again. I know this sounds dangerously like a call for a revolution, because it is. Thank you.